Hello, my name is Andrea, and this is High Literature, a program where I introduce books and comics and art to you, the viewer. I haven't been doing books lately. I've been doing a lot of comics, and I'm sorry. I feel bad because I really want to, stay true to my concept, I guess. We'll call it that. But there's just been a lot of comic related stuff going on, so it kind of can't be helped. With that being said, tomorrow starts the first day of DragonCon here in Atlanta, and I unearthed an ancient artifact from the 90s. Boop. Look at this. Oh my God. Here's the back. This is straight up like newsprint. Like, look at this crazy thing. I mean, dang. Doesn't really smell like anything, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't really smell much of anything. But yeah, how cool is this? This is from 1999. Bastards. These people, they've been wreaking havoc for so long. I can't stand you people. You make life just difficult and expensive, more expensive than it needs to be. But anyway, so DragonCon is North America's largest annual convention for fans of science fiction and fantasy, comics, games, art, animation, science, music, fans of science fiction and fantasy and science. Okay. Television and films. Over 500 hours of panels, workshops, demonstrations, and discussions include individual program tracks for Star Wars, Star Trek, X-Files, Babylon 5, Xena/Hercules, Highlander, Pern, British and American sci-fi television, NASA space science. I'm going to guess that's a typo. It says filk singing, but I'm pretty sure it should be folk singing, unless filk singing is something that I'm completely unaware of, and much more. Listen to and discuss informative topics with authors, editors, artists, and media personalities. Collect autographs at scheduled daily signings. Hundreds of the most popular role-playing card and dice, board, miniature, and computer game tournaments are featured. Open gaming and live role-playing events run 24 hours. We've got Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders in Atlanta, celebrating 35 years of Dune. Wow. 35 years. Back then. That's crazy. Professional wrestling debuts at DragonCon. This marked the debut of professional wrestling at DragonCon. That is wild. The first bout will begin at 8 p.m. and surprises will abound. I bet. Boy, this thing is typoed up. Tim Bradstreet. So I was thinking it'd be fun to go through the guest list for this year's show and see how many are on this guest list. And if I could get them to sign it, kind of like a yearbook. These guests, and then these guests. Pretty cool. I don't know if you guys, how many of you know, but this dude right here, Joseph Michael Linsner, creator of Dawn, who's on the cover, every year DragonCon had a Dawn lookalike contest. And for whatever reason, it stopped. And I'm so curious as to why. Oh my God, you guys, look, these guests. I gotta read the one for Bill Stout. William Stout is America's leading dinosaur illustrator. In 1989, he undertook a voyage to Antarctica and Patagonia, and the profound spectacle of the last continent changed his life. Bill began work on a 45-painting one-man show, Dinosaurs, Penguins, and Whales, The Wildlife of Antarctica. This exhibition began at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County, then toured the major natural history museums of the world. Gorbachev personally requested that the exhibition travel to Moscow. In an effort to alert and inform the public of the complex beauty of Antarctica and its past and present denizens, and as part of the international effort to make Antarctica the first world park. This show has evolved into his book project, Lost World, Modern and Prehistoric Life in Antarctica, providing the public's first visual overview of life in Antarctica. Bill has directed Walt Disney Imagineering's theme park and entertainment center conceptual design and served as conceptualist and chief designer for Lucasfilm and Industrial Light and Magic's entry into themed entertainment centers. And Industrial Light and Magic's entry into themed entertainment centers. As a graphic illustrator, his movie posters include Wizards, Rock and Roll High School, More American Graffiti, Life of Brian, and Allegro Non Troppo. He designed ZZ Top's Recycler Tour and has executed album covers for Firesign Theater, Vari Sarabandi, and Rhino Records. His film design credits include Masters of the Universe, Leviathan, Predator, Red Sonja, The Hitcher, really? Dune, Conan the Destroyer, Conan the Barbarian, and First Blood. That's cool. The Rocketeer was created in 1981? Huh. I didn't know that. I thought it was a lot older than that. With its 30s period style and heroine flair. What? With its 30s period style and heroine flair, the Rocketeer has hooked a larger. Okay. With its 30s period style and heroine flair, the Rocketeer has hooked a large audience. In 1991, Walt Disney released The Rocketeer motion picture, directed by Joe Johnston and starring Bill Campbell, Jennifer Connelly, and Timothy Dalton. Dave worked with Disney during the Rocketeer film and considers it the culmination of everything he worked toward, dedicating 2 years of his life towards its development. He does numerous cover illustrations and is well known for his pinup girls and renderings of Betty Page. I can't believe how many typos this thing has. It's kind of cute. I forgot. Am I going to see Guar this weekend? Oh my God, I forgot that there are like all these bands and stuff that come and play. So we have Brain Dance, the Changelings, the Crux Shadows, DC Moon, Godhead, wow, Grand Moff Tarkin, Guar, the Michael Bruce Group, and Sir Millard Mulch. This is wild. If I see Guar, that's going to crack me up. Oh, the DragonCon 1998 photo gallery. So yeah, the internet was a bibbit in the 90s and people weren't instantly uploading stuff, so you had to wait a year. And this is it. This is all you get. And you know what? I love it. Less is more. There's good old Don. And there's Joseph Michael Linsner there at the bottom. He's the creator. Got some Lara Croft action, some Vampirella. I mean, how cool is this? Xena and Stormtroopers. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. Gosh, I wonder what the pamphlet's going to look like this year. I brought, like, because I'm guessing they're more like these. This is the booklet I got from Heroes Con. My first ever Heroes Con since 1982, and I went for the first time this year, and it was great. I'd only been to DragonCon when I was like a teenager, and then I went to a couple Comic Cons when I lived out in Los Angeles. And for those of you who've never been, they're nuts. It's very overwhelming. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot. It's a lot. But Heroes Con, it is a straight up comic book convention. It's not movies, it's not video games, it's not gaming, it's just comics. And I kind of prefer I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about going to DragonCon. It's just it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be overwhelming, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy the ticket. I'm going. We're now in the gaming section, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty fascinating. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. Call of Cthulhu, absolutely Magic the Gathering. D&D, Vampire the Masquerade. Huh. So you don't just walk in and play. You have to pay. You have to pay to play. But this is what the gaming section looks like. And it's interesting. I see a lot of D&D. I see some Warhammer. There's Shadowrun. Raven's Bluff. Wow. But I don't see anything for Pokemon. And I would bet the farm there's going to be a lot of Pokemoning going on at DragonCon. And it's funny, like when I think about like this is 99. And when we would sell trading card games, we were selling lots of Magic, absolutely, to all ages. And we were selling lots of Warhammer. And that was kind of all ages. I mean, Warhammer is so expensive. But there were parents who, would get it for their kids because, the parents are doing it too. But Pokemon, only children were buying Pokemon. And I guess at this point, it just wasn't something, like if you were going to a Pokemon tournament, you were going to like your community rec center, not to DragonCon. And it's just really interesting how it's become such a thing. I remember when we started selling Pokemon cards, thinking to myself, this isn't gonna last. It was just so silly to me. Like, I was in high school at the time, so I was just too cool for Pokemon. And it's just wild to me how not only is it still popular, but I mean, it's like to call it popular is an understatement, right? This is cool. So this is gaming information. There's an intro to gaming, tournament etiquette, session times. Ooh, Battletech. That was a fun Sega game. Could never beat it, but sure had fun playing it. DragonCon gaming event pre-registration form. I mean, look at this, you guys. This is how things worked back in my day. Ink and paper, very simple. Very, very simple. General information. Oh, these are the contests and events. Yeah, look at that. Very first contest. The Dawn Lookalike Contest. $1,000. First prize. There's a cartoon concert, a comic book quick sketch, a faux flyer contest. Stretch your creative skills and come up with a flyer for an event everyone will want to go to if it only existed. That's funny. The winner will be announced at the closing ceremonies and awarded a plaque and the knowledge that they can put one over on a lot of people. Okay. That's funny. Robot battles. Are there still robot battles? I hope so. That seems like a classic thing that shouldn't go away. If people are still playing Pokemon, I hope that there are still robot battles. For crying out loud. You guys took away the Dawn Lookalike Contest. You better still have robot battles. Short story contest. I would have liked to have done that. Role-playing round robin. Whew, that sounds annoying. The Advanced Writers Workshop, Professional Child Care Services, Convention Auctions. General information and Atlanta sites. Our location this year is close to many of the downtown attractions and restaurants on Peachtree Street. Atlanta offers a wide variety of attractions for every interest and taste should you choose to arrive early or stay late or just need a break from the convention. From Six Flags Over Georgia, Stone Mountain Park, and the High Museum of Art to Underground Atlanta, the Hard Rock Cafe, and Planet Hollywood, Atlanta's many amusements, parks, historical sites, and museums are no more than a few minutes away from DragonCon 99. Aww. There's a hospitality suite. The DragonCon 99 Con Suite in the Hyatt Regency will again provide complimentary soft drinks and snacks 24 hours a day with brief downtimes for cleaning and revictualling. What is that word? I've never seen that word before in my life. You can stop by during the convention to refresh, recharge, and relax. Southern hospitality is the best. Do they still do this? Is there still a hospitality suite where they just give you free Coke and Doritos all day? Except for the brief downtimes for cleaning and revictualling. Revictualling. You guys, what is this word? What is this word? Ooh, let's focus here. Can you focus? I hate this phone. With brief, where is it? You can, where is this crazy word? It's in the middle, towards the end. Yeah, there. What is that? Revictualling. And where's my free Coke and Doritos? I am so curious if this is still a thing. I kind of have a feeling it's not. Late night dances, drums, and filking. So filking, that wasn't a typo. Filking is a thing. What is filking? Impromptu drum circle, gag me with a spoon, will offer late night dances, aka raves, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings beginning at 9 p.m., which will last until dawn. I'm tired just reading that, or when everyone gets tired. So you vampires can dance until the sun comes up. New to DragonCon, the Loch Ness DJs, and yes, they are even known to wear kilts. Featured DJ Gallifrey, DJ Mantispants, DJ Mantispants. I love it. I want to meet DJ Mantispants. DJ Legion and DJ Exile. Mantispants. Here's what they have in store. Thursday night features the fabulous 80s, new wave classics from the decade of excess and the early days of synth pop. It says sync pop. I think they mean synth pop. But I don't know. I thought they meant folk singing, and they really meant filking. They meant filk singing. What is filk singing? DJ Exile returns from his 80s banishment to give you the signs of the times. Ha ha! New to DragonCon, DJ Exile and DJ Gallifrey bring it all together with a mix of new wave / punk classics, 80s alternative, and big 80s music. Ultra thin ties optional. I want to go Thursday night. Ooh, Friday night's theme is Dark Future. All right, I'm there too. Ooh, Saturday is Gothic Industrial Rave. All right, I'm down for all three of these. I'm gonna need a lot of help from my friends. New Wave Classics. Let's see here. So we did Thursday night. Friday night's theme is Dark Future. Dark electronic sounds evoke post-millennium chaos. The glittering promise of the future interwoven with apocalyptic tension. Yes! Mantispants, yes, rises from the ocean of the east, yes, with 7 heads and 10 horns, and guides you towards the promise of a burning future. Mantispants, you and me, babe. DJ Gallifrey assimilates a cacophony of sound fit for a postmodern wasteland. I'm down. Saturday night, Gothic Industrial Rave. The best in industrial, gothic, dark wave, and dark synth pop. Angst to anger. Old school, goth industrial to modern. DJ Gallifrey brings you music from the dark shores of the Nubian abyss. DJ Legion summons demons from the shadowy nether regions of 1,000 tormented hearts. Trench coats optional. Ooh, trench coats optional. This is $99. That was April. This is September. I think this was this like just a few months after Columbine? Too soon, you guys. Traditional sci-fi convention filk singing will take place on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings and will feature Dr. Jane and Cynthia, Boogie Nights, and that's nights with a K, and Tribalaka. Filking will begin at 11 p.m. and will continue to the light of day. What is filking? If you have any questions, so many, please contact our filk director, Dave McConnell, and there's an email address. How about that? DRGNVALE at thestate.infi.net. Impromptu drum circle. What is wrong with you people? I don't get it. I don't get the drum circles. DragonCon art show. DragonCon collectibles. Convention hours. So the DragonCon 99 begins Thursday, July 1st at 10 a.m. and continues round the clock until Sunday, 4th of July at 5 p.m. Wow, that sounds like an exhausting weekend. You know what? This is 99. I was 16. I did not go to this DragonCon. You know why I got this? From the store. You know, it's been so long. When I pulled this out, I thought for sure I got this from when I went to DragonCon. And when I went, I was dating him, and I went with all of them, and he went to his house. He didn't go. Yeah, I was like, I did not go to this DragonCon. I was 16, and my parents were not letting me do jack shit when I was 16, except work at the store and go to church and swim lessons. I was on a swim team, so I guess not lessons, swim practice. Yeah, I didn't go to this DragonCon. The one that I went to, in order for me to date that, I would have to find the piece David Mack did for me because he dated it. Will was still alive. So it was after I graduated high school, but before I turned 21. But he was still living in New York. I went to DragonCon. It was like I had graduated. It was 2001, 2002. Yeah, I got this from the store. I didn't get this from DragonCon because I did not go to this DragonCon because I was 16. And yeah, my parents, they, no. But when I graduated high school and moved out, yep, we were living together, and yep, we went to Atlanta, and he stayed with his friend, and I went with my friends to DragonCon, and it wasn't this one. That's crazy. That's been driving me nuts. I was like, you know, I was so convinced when I saw this, like, oh yeah, I got this when I went to DragonCon. This is from the store. That's crazy. I wonder if I have mine from the one that I went to. I have photos. Boy, I'll have to dig those out. Those will be fun. I can picture them in my head now. Wow. Wow, yeah, I remember that picture. There were protesters. There were like all these like, you know, Christian protesters with signs. The things people get offended about. It's funny and it's sad. It's like you feel bad, like God, you're so tormented by this goofy thing. And then something horrible happens that makes you feel like, in a way, they're right. But we're not going to talk about that horrible thing because I recently just learned something really sad about DragonCon. And to be honest, I wish I didn't know. So I'm not going to share it with y'all. But with all that being said, yeah, I'm going to DragonCon. And it'll be my first time since my first time. And I decided, in honor of my glorious return, I'm going to cosplay. And I figured what better character to cosplay as than Dawn. So I went to Michael's and I bought a couple things. I got this guy here. And this guy here. This came, it was straightened, and I was standing there and Michael's like just to make sure I can make it work, but yeah. So we got this guy here. Then we're gonna get this guy around here. And every woman has a corset. And my big thing is trying to decide what pants to wear. I have more faux leather pants than anybody has any business having. Some are shiny, some are matte, some are sparkly. I have a lot of faux leather leggings. And then I have like my black Levi jeans that could also work just as well. My weight has fluctuated a lot this year. So I'm just going to try them all on and see which ones fit. But I also got this off wicked Amazon. I don't have an Amazon account, but I have to order stuff for the office I work for. And sometimes I'll use their Amazon account to get stuff for me. And I ordered these. So let's see how these work out. The last time I ordered something like this off Amazon, they were such garbage that I just... Alright, let's see what we got here. Boop. So the idea is, yeah, these fit okay. Yeah. So because it's like all meshy, I figured I'm just gonna get some like safety pins or even some paper clips. I really don't care. I'm not gonna be super precious about it, and just kind of loop them through. Or maybe I'll just try and fiddle with this a little bit more and make it tighter so it stays on my arm better. But this guy, this is gonna be the tricky one. Let's see what we got here. Where a kid can be a kid. Let's see here. Yeah, it fits all right. Okay, these worked out better than I thought. I was really scared these were going to just be shit. So this guy, I've got a little clippy here. I think this is actually supposed to be a choker, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, I was figuring I would like hook this through. I don't care if it tears. And then just boop, boop, boop. Yep. No, I can make this work. This is going to turn out fine. I can't believe this, you guys. I'm actually going to cosplay. I'm only doing it because I can keep it simple. As long as I don't have to go too far out of my comfort zone, I can make it work for my neurotic little brain. Because of course it really is just a top. I mean, it's not as saucy as people like to think it is. And I'm going to be wearing, you know, either leggings or jeans. And I have this little like jacket to wear. So you won't even really see the gloves except for the hands. Well, I don't know. I'll have to fiddle with it, because then if I have the little jacket on, I don't know how. We'll see. I'm going to make it work. I have to make it